World, good morning. Today is Wednesday, the 12th of October 2011. This is the Blue Tag Annotated, educating world's legal articles, word cases, merits, and facts. If one does still remember, a few months ago, I opened up the talk to certain the foundation. And for everyone to know, actually, it became very memorable and historical to me since it is premiering my first world face-off or somewhat to internet appearance via the web blog channel at the YouTube. Though it is to art and nature I firstly endowed the world with, its completion are hundreds of attempts to video uploads since then. Facebook recovers to be the scoring agent and thus became the primary to all video servers online next to YouTube. Previously, I attempted to do streams first to YouTube, bringing my first literary work, but I guess I am not geared enough, or shall we say properly not in coordination with the bold rate minimums as well as to probably the time. It was a failure of me to publish the post, and I had bad feelings. Still, I had to continue that started journey. It was just a discovery. I am learning my sketchographies and tried to post it to Facebook. Luckily, it was a blessing and a great surprise that the 1 minute or so video length was happily recorded and was substantially accepted. I think then of that if Facebook can do it can sure do well to YouTube, the internet's world's largest video archive. I had accounts to YouTube already since from then on. Readiness just feared me to do some video placings. In my earlier text feeds, I just had said, I am still yet YouTube unprepared. And if time will come that I had YouTube, I hope to see my artwork of people on, the director, the writer, cameraman, and all sorts of setups. In God's gift, I wasn't been dreaming. It then became a slow through, though people sees it as a very ambitious and look as a very extravagant, insane propaganda. Well, that's the whole lot behind the story of all those videos I am at present reviving old to modern technique in video molding and find the hobby very fulfilling. It took well processed and do the growth as just at present I am just a mere starter. By the way, I had to go directly to my purpose of involving the world with what I am interested with at this moment. YouTube allows me to talk in just a matter of 15 minutes only, though it is my one to have it limitless, like us also to living a life in borderless. The internet serves as my exhaust fan to things and matters I can barely discuss in my surroundings. My top picks would just have to go with the world and that I can't do anything about it. True to its signature statement, life can't really be to such. Freedom isn't really a freedom. One does not call it in an explanation overwritten. There is no such thing as a base. Since and for the very standard, there is what we term a three-letter word that we were immersed and bounded with. That is the law of the land. That is our focus, our topic, our blue tag injunction within. We must know the differences to its exhibits in law application, law congruency, and law implementation. And let's see if it graded people better. And I just hope this would serve as a start to better do the suggest hereunto. Going back to foundation or the theory of the prelude, it was obviously presented that any of the nation has to pacify clearly by laws and to its constitution, since if we do have such almost lawless of it, none would feel being deprived, oppressed, or probably be a victim of law profiling and or to somewhat to an equal distribution of laws. YouTube has its own governing rules, users, agreements, and to so many else it does. Blind the users, they seemed are not. YouTube is an affiliate of world's largest search engine, Google, as per everybody has to know, which is hereby co-founded by Larry Page. And you know what? YouTube itself know how internet works in the very first place. It is not neither a good need for us to argue laws stipulated and imposed within. The question is, in general, internet thus follows it if it has the comprehensive. Google attracts money more than any other else does. They transact it clear and in very legal way in exchange to a certain need of an individual. Google deserves the right to handle the common stages of users, and that is the searchers of the product. Google therefore knows 100% how the business and method applies in the billions of internet file copyrights. Now, the better way to point upon it is that Google itself, more than the explanation has to tell, also and otherwise violates the copyright itself. What makes it more sour is that YouTube copyright questions users of violating and dishonoring the usage of artwork in an artist. It has in there, copyright itself is a very contested issue as well as very fragile to talk this time around. Everybody knows, internet's purpose is to free information like Google does, because if they didn't, they won't allow searches all over the net, which is hereby the main meaning of their business and what it's all about. Those and to those billions of websites over the web is all covered with copyright laws, and now the big challenge of Google, YouTube, or to any other similar advocacy in web pages is on how they can control billions of users, sharers, and make a censorship committee to obstruct surfers of using artworks of others when in fact is so very visible with easy access pass to download, copy, and rework the piece of an individual. I don't even know if I become the prey or a violator either. Well, what I am here opening with is to the mere fact encircling the myths copyright issues. It's a good start to YouTube to get into the tough screenings of unique videos one can only prepare of to themselves. But there is a but in the next line, and that law congruency must be applied laboriously to billions of YouTubes if YouTube's is concerned is all about it. Copying, pasting, and to any editing so the computer manuscripts are already an alert to certain law violation. Downloading becomes the worst, how much more. Google or its affiliates must meet super highway police to manage it, and that if they are up with a challenge to control those. If they can control those music of UMG freely distributed online, that they even hasn't all the technical manuscripts that's better. YouTube must kill the root beneath the campaign to clear the issue of copyright contingencies. Here are just some of the exhibits that should be fully annotated to any houses of magistrate rules, and I would hereby present this and thus likewise regarded as my summary of concerns worth pondering with. First is the law congruency. That is whereby been questioning here. We must remember each site is an artwork, and we stand therefore at law that every artwork can only be used if you had that very opportunity to keep in touch with the authorized group that represents the artwork itself, despite the distances of accessing, redistributing, or to even reforming it to something worth new. YouTube, for or to just suggest, might seek balance to it. If music, videos can't be used just for the mere visual representation, sites that offers free downloads first violate it. If YouTube, UMG or Google can't, law congruency, as also to law implementation, isn't worth any to the people who are widely being affected with the propositions. Secondly, I admire YouTube's campaign very greatly. They got my able support. Actually, but there is a but. Let's take on the bigger picture of the whole scenario. Let's define what is internet in the first place, and for all we know, it is an open, cultured society. It is a different world of virtual environments in billions of users. It is as well as the collection of ideas and institutions. It is a freeware of too many commons. Think about the hackers itself. It is a freedom wall that should be governed with facts and policies that most of us will be benefiting, and the most important of all is, where can we still put international copyright laws on it? And finally, let's check on our list how effective is our international internet copyright law in protecting copyright owners and in protesting and prohibiting billions of users in its usage. If YouTube is just the only entity emphasizing, where is internet law uniformity if that's the case? Or shall we just disable Control X, Control C in our keyboard for it? Or for its worse, we'll just go back to our contemporary typewriters. Can we not dwell the study to it? The Blue Tag annotates international copyright law, and strings and needs. Have a good day, everyone. May God bless us. Thank you.